watching the Sports Political channel of LB. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. Let's get down to business. So last week, when the NBA was running around here circling the wagons, well, not necessarily the NBA, but the media was running around here circling the wagons, trying to find any enable accomplice or any enable person that was able to denounce Kyrie Irving. And Shaquille O'Neal was one of those people doing a segment on Inside the NBA that comes on TNT Network. Charles Barkley, cut an everlasting jig. Shaquille O'Neal sat up there, big dumb goofy behind. Sometimes we have to sit up here and talk about stuff that divides the game. That we got to answer for what this idiot has done. Well, apparently, it wasn't so idiotic that your movie theater a few years ago showed this same documentary that got Kyrie in hot water. Right? And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to the sheer and utter hypocrisy. This man want to sit up here and act like he all holy and thou, he high and mighty and all that. That's bullshit. Now, Shaq owns a movie theater out in New Jersey called the Complex 12. Or Cityplex 12, I'm sorry. Cityplex 12 out in Newark, New Jersey. Right? That movie was showed in that movie theater. So he gonna denounce Kyrie for this so-called hatred that he's putting out. But Kyrie Irving, once again, did not say anything hateful. He posted and shared a link. One thing I understand in this media game, right, is that the power that you know who has the power by learning who you are not allowed to criticize. That's right. You know who holds the power by knowing who you are not allowed to criticize. See, once again, it's the path of least resistance. Kyrie Irving is the path of least resistance. And one man is basically going against a whole coalition. What's up, Gideon? Salute. Right? So, how's Shaq going to explain this? This same movie theater that he's denouncing Kyrie Irving, and he's, I won't stand for anything hatred, anything like that. How does he explain this? Because I'm pretty sure nobody has watched this documentary. Here's another question I'm asking, right? If this movie is what people are arguing and out here getting in a hoopla about, right? If this movie is this so-called anti-whatever, right? I'm not going to say the word, right? If this movie has so much hatred, if it has so much vitriol and so much of all this stuff that people are making out to be, why they ain't going after the person who made the documentary, right? Why ain't going after him? Why are they not going after the person that made the documentary? Let's peep game from a different angle for a second, right? Because Shaq is ignorant. Charles Barkley is ignorant. Amari Stoudemire is ignorant, right? They just LeBron, all these motherfuckers that's coming out here saying, "Oh man, what Kyrie did was wrong, man. He hurt a lot of people." They all being fucking pawns that's following the script. Okay, let's peep game from a different angle because on this channel we don't follow a script. On this channel we dig deeper to get to the fucking truth. We don't go along with get along just because they say it. No. It ain't going down like that because the people I follow, the people I listen to, challenges me to think for myself. They challenge me to look deeper than what is on the surface. They challenge me to peep game from a different angle. And I challenge you to do the same thing. Just because a whole bunch of people coming out here copper bombing the airwaves with this shit about, "Oh man, what Kyrie shit was so hurtful, man. I can't believe he said shit." Get the fuck out of here. You're a fucking pawn. You're a pawn. Why not going after the man, and the man is black, by the way, that made this documentary? Why ain't no smoke for him? Right? And an interesting article came from the Wall Street Journal. An interesting article came from the Wall Street Journal when it came to this whole thing about Kyrie Irving. Right? Very interesting. Because see, everybody want to say that, "Oh man, what Kyrie did was so anti-Semitic." And I told myself I wasn't going to say that word, and I did anyway. But anyway. But nobody's saying how is what they say it is. Ronald Dalton, he's a black man. Right? $8,000 of production that was made in his home. Got onto Amazon. Amazon, they do their filtration process to make sure it meets all the criteria before it gets published. Right? If there's anything hateful, if there's anything controversial, anything like that, they'll scrap it. Right? This thing's been up for years now. Right? It's probably trending to be one of the highest selling books and one of the highest selling documentaries being made. Right? Amazon is making a lot of money off of this. So is Ronald Dalton because he's the one that made this documentary. Right? Why are they not going after Ronald Dalton? Right? That's the question. Nobody's talking about the guy who originated this shit. A black man by the name of Ronald Dalton. Why are they not going after him? Why are they now denouncing this amateur filmmaker who uploaded this documentary, right? Because see, people can sit up there and say, "Oh man, there's a whole bunch of falsehoods in there," but they ain't telling you what's in the documentary that's so false. They're not telling you that. They're just saying, "Hey, look, this documentary is false. Take our word for it, it's false." They're not telling you how it is, right? And why would they not tell you what is in this documentary that's so false? What? Right? If we're supposed to be understanding, right, of what's going on, right? And to me, Kyrie Irving is not going through training. He's being brainwashed, all right? This whole cycle of butt breaking that Kyrie Irving got going on is not training. It's brainwashing, right? So you got to pay. You mean to tell me you got to pay all this money? You got to come up with a public apology. You got to go through some quote unquote training. You got to meet with the leadership. Then you'll meet with Joseph Tsai. Joseph Tsai got his own stuff going on, but they're not talking about that. They just go ahead sweeping that one under the rug, right? So we're going to brainwash Kyrie Irving into our level of thinking, and only then, after we feel that he's contrite and he's so meaningful in his apology. After we deem that, then and only then he can come back. Hey Kyrie, hey, if you want a lesson or how to put on the front for the whole mass and whatnot, I suggest you look at the Jimmy Swaggart video. Jimmy Swaggart was caught with a hooker in his hotel room. That's right. One of the most infamous sermons that was ever out there. Back in around 1989-ish, so to speak, he was busted with a hooker in Louisiana. And Jimmy Swaggart, following that infamous situation where he was caught with a hooker and he was sitting up there holding that microphone like how that prostitute was holding his dick, right? He was crying them tears, man. You thought Niagara Falls was on his face. I have seen death. I have violated God. Hey, you need to put on some kind of performance like that. Right? You need to put on the Jimmy Swaggart like performance. Hey, the clip is up on YouTube. Okay? If you can find that documentary that got your ass in hot water, Kyrie, you can find that clip of when Jimmy Swaggart was crying them tears of guilt when he was busted with in a hotel room with a hooker. And the hooker was rocking his mic and giving him the gift of pussy. Right? All right. But Shaq, you a hypocrite, bro. You a big old hypocrite. And don't come on here telling me that, oh, Shaq didn't know about it. Look, when you are owner of a business, and when you're the owner of a venture or anything like that, you are responsible for everything that happens or doesn't happen within that business. That thing got his name in it, right? He's sitting up there telling people, hey, well, your name is everything, you gotta be careful on all this, how you present yourself out here. The same honorary cop. Now, I don't expect Shaq to be out here flashing his badge like Herschel Walker, but hey, it is what it is, right? If your name is everything, and that movie theater that got your name on it out there in New Jersey showed that documentary, right? And you got the nerve to come on here and come on TNT and, oh, I can't believe Kyrie be such an idiot. And he got to be real careful out here. These people out. Get the fuck out of here, man. This is why I always say when it comes to us attaining our own power, we don't need nobody in the media. We don't need no athlete, no entertainer, none of that. We don't need them. If you understand the whole principle, when we out here buying their tickets, when we out here buying their apparel, when we out here listening to them at a concert or at a public gathering or whatever like that, they attain that lifestyle because we provide them that lifestyle. Because look, kids, look, I can put out a video all day long. I can put out tons of videos all day long. But if no one's watching, no one's hitting the like button, no one's subbing to the channel, I'm just another individual here talking. So I don't take this thing for granted when I'm coming on here and I'm giving you what I think about a particular topic. What's up, Tapper Supreme, Gideon, back up in here? Who else is in here? If you're in here, let me know you're in the building. Hit that like button and share these videos on your social media platforms. Right? Everybody's out here saying that this was, what Kyrie ever put out here was false, and it has all kinds of tropes in there and all kinds of stuff that's hateful and all that, but nobody's saying what was in the thing. Nobody's saying that. What's up, Quincy Randolph? Nobody's saying that. No one's articulating how this thing was so-called hateful, and how they hurt people. Right? It's all fake outrage, man. Trump be saying what he be saying, but about that group And people don't. People will say, "Oh man, I'm so disappointed with what Donald Trump said," but nobody's going after him with the same vitriol they're going after Kyrie. They're not doing that. So my question is this: what's all the hoopla about? If Amazon went through all this, went through the process of filtering it and approving it, and then they put it on their website. Why are so people up in the hoopla about? We just gonna come and ride a train and ride it, come and ride a train and ride it, right? Because it's popular to doubt somebody. We just gonna jump right on, right? Just like kids at a goddamn soccer game, right? Two kids get a little fight, right? And everybody want to rush in to see what's going on, and everybody want to jump in and follow the script because it's popular. Hey, because it's popular to denounce Kyrie. It's popular to say that what he said was hateful. It's and it's also protecting their brand too. Disgusting. And Shaq ain't got no business out here wagging his finger at nobody anyway. Neither him nor Charles Barkley have any business wagging their finger at anybody. One thing that really burns the hair in my ass, one thing that really plucks the feather off my chicken, right? These motherfuckers out here that be acting all holy and I knowing good and goddamn well they ain't right. Hey, it's one thing if you come out and you acknowledge your fucking sins first. And say, hey, look, I know I did some shit in my past that I'm not proud of and all that, but I'm not that person anymore. But to sit up there and act like you never did nothing wrong and to wag your finger at Kyrie Irving like he did something wrong, that's disingenuous. That's disingenuous, that's disrespectful, and you being dishonest to the public. You can't have a platform if you can sit up here and be dishonest to the public. And as a result of y'all being dishonest and the result of y'all being disingenuous, you're going to get a man canceled from the NBA. So where was this First Amendment rights all of a sudden, right? So Kyrie don't got the right to put out what he thinks is truthful and factual and near and dear to him. He don't have a right to do that. He don't have a right to go on his official Twitter account and says what he says, right? So he don't have a right to do that, but everybody else got open season to put words in his mouth, denounce this man publicly, trash him, putting things out that he didn't say, accuse him of stuff he didn't do. It's open season for that, but that man don't have a right to defend what he said. This man don't have a right to share and like and comment on something that what he thinks is factual. You don't have a right to do that, right? Okay, all right. Y'all motherfuckers, man. Y'all some goddamn hypocrites. Shaq, you a hypocrite. Charles Barkley, you not only you hypocrite, but you're a goddamn buck dancer for all I know and for all I'm concerned about, right? Charles Barkley been out here shoe shuffling. So am I surprised that Charles Barkley out here doing that? No, I'm not. This was the same guy that said he ain't no role model. Charles Barkley, right? Shaq no confidant on TNT, saying that he wasn't no damn role model back then when he was a player. Like, so I don't rock with none of this fucking bullshit, yo. Straight up, man. It's all bullshit. It's all public desecration of a man that all he wanted to do was apologize so that way the thing can blow over. But it's not good enough that idiots like Nick Friedel. Nick Friedel, I'm on your ass, motherfucker. Right? Because you incited this bullshit. You went to that press conference, you put all kinds of words in Kyrie's mouth, right? No one's denouncing Nick Friedel for inciting this shit, and then he got the nerve to go on his Twitter account and write the story as he sees it, right? No one's denouncing Nick Friedel, and Nick Friedel is a fucking clown. Nick Friedel is the NBA LeBron James flunky. Shit made me sick, bro. Shit get on my nerve that people out here doing this bullshit. Denouncing, because it's all open season for Kyrie Irving, right? And do I agree with Kyrie Irving on everything? Hell no. I don't agree with Kyrie Irving on everything, right? But this is bigger. But this is deeper than that. And we need to stay focused on that. Makes me sick to no end. Black Cherubim, salute to you. Appreciate you for being up in here. Look, if you can follow the script, good. Hey, all well and good, man. If you can follow the script, right? If you're gonna stick to the script to protect your brand, to protect your name and all that, hey, good on you, bro. Good on you. I got no issues with that, right? But don't pick and choose when you want to be for the black community and when you're not, right? Don't do that. If you can be one way all the time, bro. I don't want no goddamn shoe shuffling, butt dancing. I want to play both sides and all that. No, we're not doing that. If you're going to be one way all the time, man. But what we cannot have in the community are chameleons, right? That's the only thing I want to see that change color along with the environment. A chameleon. I don't need to see people who's supposed to be for us in the black community, right? Following the script because it was popular at the time. See, it's situations like this that reveals who your true friends are, who's really for you, who's really support you. Because everybody could come out and say when things will go good and all, people dribbling the basketball between the legs and all that, doing all these ankle breaking crossovers, all that. Yeah, man, I love me some Kyrie, man. Kyrie, he's one of the best players in the league. It's easy to come out and say that when he's out here dropping 50 points on a given night, right? When he's out here dribbling between 2 and 3 people and all that, and he's putting on a show. People out there rocking his shoes, rocking his jerseys, right? Will follow themselves to get Kyrie's signature at the airport or get a picture of him so they can post on their Instagram account. Oh yeah, it's good to, it's all good when there's that going on. But when a situation like that, like this, he's being publicly demeaned, denounced in the media, right? Then what? Who will support Kyrie then? Who gonna stand up for Kyrie? Because see, they won't talk about when Kyrie Irving on Thanksgiving is out here donating money and food and what have you to these impoverished communities. They won't talk about that, right? When Kyrie Irving out here on his birthday, donating all kinds of money to the community, right? They won't talk about that, right? They won't respect that. No, because it goes against the agenda. Y'all know that Kyrie Irving bought a home for George Floyd's family. To see, they won't talk about that in the media. He donated $1.5 million to the WNBA players who sat out the 2020 season amid the whole pandemic back in 2020. He also donated $323,000 to food banks to help struggling families and donated food and masks to his late mama's tribe. See, that's the kind of stuff they won't talk about when it comes to Kyrie Irving. They won't talk about that. This is what's disingenuous and all that. That's what's disingenuous about that. Kyrie Irving provided 250,000 Thanksgiving meals in New York City. They ain't talking about that. What's up, LVZ? Salute to my brother. Go sub to his channel. He is just a 7-foot dumbass motherfucker, man. Now, what Shaq got to say about this movie that was shown in his movie theater? I'm wondering what he got to say about that. See, he ain't really saying nothing about that. All he wants to say is, "Oh man, Kyrie out here hurting people." Shut your big dumb ass up. Just disgusting with this man. All these guys out here circling the wagons talking this bullshit. They weren't at the reparations rally yesterday. Am I going to cover the midterms? Most likely I will cover the midterms. Especially when it comes, the Herschel Walker and Raphael Warnock. You know I'm going to talk about those two jackasses right there. As far as I'm concerned, whoever wins that, we still lose. Whoever wins that, we still lose, because neither one of them meat puppets going to speak up for the black community, right? You got preacher man Hustle Raphael Warnock running his mouth about everything but reparations. Stacey Abrams, she can run her ass to Chick-fil-A, but won't run to the podium to denounce these police officers who are here killing black folks, and won't announce anything supporting reparations and all that. So, but yeah, I'm going to cover the midterms and all that. We definitely going to cover that. But anyway, back to the regularly scheduled program already in progress. Now, Shaquille O'Neal needs to answer for this, right? He needs to answer up for this. This is bullshit the way he's doing right now. Fucking clown. That's why I keep saying we don't need no celebrity, we don't need no entertainer, we don't need no athlete for us to attain what we want. If anything, they'll be a hindrance to what we're trying to do. Shit. You can tell the people that's bought and paid for. So when it comes to Shaq and all that, man, I don't respect that shit, man. I don't respect that shit at all, bro. But anyway, I thank y'all for watching. If you're not a subscriber to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button. Share these videos on your social media platforms. Last but definitely not least, shouts out to the LDBC Lions Den basketball community. This your man. Scream at me.